Kate Monroe. I'm a primal nutritionist and a kitchen coach. So I travel throughout the valley, not only providing people with nutrition counseling, but grocery shopping trips, in-home cooking sessions, menu planning, meal plans, group talks, and even corporate programs. I'm also part of the wellness team at the Staley Performance Institute out of the Arizona Grand Resort. I'm very excited to be here, and I want to start today's talk off with a question. How many people here have been on a diet before? Raise your hand. Any type of diet. Could have been that you wanted to restrict cookies for a week, even. So most people have been on some sort of diet, whether it's the new all-cookie diet they have out, the HCG diet, low carb, low fat, high protein, low protein. We've pretty much heard them all and maybe tried a lot of different things that perhaps didn't work out. And maybe that's a clue because the first three letters in diet are die, so you know it's not going to be a pleasant experience. Now, when I refer to the term diet, I'm talking more about a lifestyle change. I don't want you to seek something that is a quick fix, but something that you can sustain, something that not only nourishes you, but doesn't leave you feeling deprived. Kelly, if you could just switch to the next two, actually. Today I want to talk about 3 very simple tips that you can apply to your diet or your way of eating that's more of a lifestyle change. So, and if you can do these 3 things, you'll see big results. And chances are, if you're working here with Bobby or elsewhere, you care about your health and you deserve nothing less than to see big results. So the first tip is to sweeten with stevia. It's also pronounced stevia. Has anyone used stevia before? Okay. Stevia comes in several different forms. But first I want to talk about why it's important to sweeten with stevia as opposed to regular sugar or artificial sweeteners. First off, sugar is more addictive than cocaine. So in a study they did with rats, they fed one group of rats the sugar water and the other coconut water, and every time they went back to the sugar water over the cocaine. So it's very addictive. Not only is it addictive, but it supplies minimal nutrients. In fact, it actually uses up nutrients just for you to digest sugar. It weakens your immune system for up to 12 hours after you have any type of sugar. So that's why after Halloween you see everyone getting sick, especially little kids. So they're all hopped up on sugar. 12 hours weakens your immune system. It also raises your insulin levels. So despite what we think about fat making us fat, it's actually sugar that makes us fat. So insulin is the hormone that's going to control whether or not you store food as fat. So if you like to reduce body fat and also prevent disease, one of the best things you can do is to reduce your sugar consumption to keep those insulin levels low. You can go ahead and switch to the next thing. Americans consume an enormous amount of sugar every year, nearly half a pound. Can you see okay with it? Nearly half a pound a day, which is huge. And the problem is that sugar is in the majority of processed foods under 40 different names. So oftentimes we don't even know because it's not table sugar just sitting out there right in front of us. It's disguised under high fructose corn syrup, lactose, maltose, a lot of words you can't pronounce. So sugar is hidden in many of even the foods we consider healthy, like orange juice or low-fat yogurt or Nature Valley or Power Bar, Gatorade. I even had a client last week who was devastated that Nature Valley bars weren't good for you. They said, but on the commercial they show them canoeing and hiking and they're having a great time. And so I said, obviously very good advertising, but not the best thing for you. The majority of the time, if you see something advertised, whether it's on TV or in a magazine, it's probably not good for you, and you should most likely avoid it. Thanks. So here's a list of all the different names that sugar and artificial sugars are under. Typically, anything ending in an OS or an OSE is usually a sugar. So fructose, lactose, maltose, the list goes on. And although it should be a given, if you can't pronounce it, or you don't know what it is, or it looks like something that was maybe in your high school chemistry book, you probably shouldn't be eating it. So here's a list. You can go online to my website. I have a whole blog. You could take this with you as a cheat sheet when you go to the grocery store. The best thing also is to avoid processed foods. Artificial sweeteners, oftentimes I have people consuming artificial sweeteners because they think they're better than regular table sugar, even diet sodas as opposed to regular Coke. But actually, diet sodas and artificial sweeteners are just as bad, if not worse for you than regular sugar. They act more like a drug in your body as opposed to stevia, which is an herb. So artificial sweeteners can provide side effects like headaches, symptoms that you notice that you think are food allergies or maybe not related to the foods you're eating. So I definitely recommend stevia as a sweetener if you are going to use a sweetener. So stevia, like I said, is an herb. It's all natural from South America. It actually grows really well out in California. Got relatives there that have lemon trees and stevia, and they make their own lemonade, and it's really great. If you're starting out with stevia, because it can be 10 to 300 times sweeter than table sugar, I recommend starting with the packets, which are diluted to have the same sweetness as a sugar packet. So, and actually I'm a golfer, so they are really handy in your golf bag or in your purse or your gym bag. So if you don't need something sweet in your beverage, I don't recommend starting to add something sweet, but let's be honest, most of us can only drink so much water, and we want something with a little bit more flavor, a little more variety throughout the day. So stevia is perfect to add, whether it's to your coffee, green tea, herbal tea, and it's good to start with the packets. The Sweet Leaf brand is my favorite, and you can find this online at sweetleaf.com or at Sprouts, Whole Foods, and in the health food section of Bashas' or AJ's or even Safeway. Sweet Leaf is also located in Gilbert, so it's always nice to support local business. The next best thing would be the powder. Now this comes with a little scooper. And again, because stevia is so sweet, start with less and you can always add more. And the thing is, you don't want, I've had people just go, oh, it looks just like sugar, I'll just stick it, in my mouth, and then they never want to try it again because it's so bitter, it's so sweet. So please start with less, and you can always add more, and make sure you mix it thoroughly in with your beverages, because you don't want to get a little on the rim of your coffee mug and then get a shot of stevia. Not the most pleasant experience.